why becoming as lean as I could was the most harmful thing I could have done to myself mentally. This is a very vulnerable post for me, but I find that when I talk to myself or to my camera, like I'm talking to my best friend or somebody that I care about, I'm able to listen to my advice better, and I hope that maybe someone else can resonate with this or find this helpful or even just benefit from hearing this, because I definitely did before I got to where I am now. Obviously, wanting to be lean or wanting to lose weight is not an unhealthy goal to have, as long as you're doing it in a healthy manner. And originally, it was in a healthy manner, and I got to a really good place with my body and myself, and I wasn't super lean, but I finally achieved getting abs, and that was one of my biggest goals, because I grew up overweight. And so originally I was like, oh, I want to have abs, that would be so fun. However, once I achieved having abs, I never felt satisfied. I wanted to be leaner. I wanted to be more defined. It was just never enough. I got to a point where I was so lean that I lost friends. I was missing out on so many fun occasions and going out and dinners and all this stuff, and everything was ruined because all I could think about was food and the way that I looked. So then I decided that I was going to try to heal my relationship with food, and that obviously resulted in me gaining weight, but I was in a place where I was like, I feel happier, I have more energy, I have the energy to go out with people, and I feel safe doing that, and like I didn't feel like I was sacrificing everything, like I had a life. Until more recently, I got to a point where I had a bad body image day, and then that turned into 2, and then it turned into a week of bad body image, and I fell back into a bad trap. And also with everything on social media right now, with people being like so harsh on summer coming and all of this intense workouts, like I fall into that, and obviously like I'm a consumer, it's hard not to ignore it. So I wanted to get my abs back, and I did. And then I recently went on a 3-week vacation, and this is where it gets frustrating. I ruined this backpacking trip that is a once-in-a-lifetime type of experience because I was more concerned about keeping my abs than actually enjoying the experience. This led me to be extremely exhausted every day. I was burnt out because we were walking so much. I didn't want to be anywhere. I didn't want to experience anything. I just wanted to literally be in our hotel room or like nowhere. I didn't want to do anything. I had no energy. I was in a bad mood, and it ruined my trip because I was so concerned about maintaining my abs. This is when it becomes an obsession and unhealthy and not a realistic goal. So if there's anything that I want you to take from this video, it is that do not sacrifice your life, experiences, or friendships because you want to look a certain way. You should not have to miss out or be in a bad mood 24/7 because you want to look a certain way. That body is not worth your time. It is not worth your life. It is not worth your friendships. It's not worth it because you are more than what you look like. I now look back on that trip and I wish that I would have appreciated the experience over worrying about the fact that I didn't want to gain weight. So once I got back from my trip, I never felt more weak. I felt defeated. I was like, I feel like every single workout I've ever done has now gone to waste because I just worried about the way that I look rather than keeping my strength and enjoying the culture and experience of that trip. Genuinely wish I could tell myself that there is no worse feeling than being as lean as you want to be. I feel my worst when I am the leanest. And here's the issue. Once you achieve this leanness, it is really hard, especially as someone who has struggled in the past with being overweight. Gaining weight is really mentally challenging for me. And so once you achieve a certain leanness, you are going to struggle so hard to get out of that. And that is why I believe that it is so harmful to become as lean as you can, especially if you are not someone who is competing and you are just working out for like enjoyment. Do it for that. Enjoyment only. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you happy. Do what you enjoy, because becoming this super lean, like if you're a bad friend and don't do anything and have no life, what does it matter if you're lean? Who cares? If you have nobody, being lean is literally the least important thing about you and the least significant thing about you. And I wish I could tell my older self that, because I have lost a lot and struggled a lot with relationships and just life because I feel so trapped. And so do not surround your entire self-worth around being lean, because I promise you, it is not worth it. I hope that someone can take something from this. If you are currently in a mindset that you need to be super lean, I promise you it's not as everything that you expect, and I am now working back to gaining back my strength, because I feel my best when I am strong and energized and fueled properly, and that is what you should strive for, not having abs.